Let's move on now to the Minnesota Vikings in our rookie preview, where Ryan and we will highlight one rookie and why he's going to have the biggest impact on their team's overall performance in the 2023 NFL season. But before we get into that, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button and also ring the bell to get notified when we create new content. Ryan and we're doing a rookie preview for all 32 teams, and so you want to be sure to see all of those. And also, once when we come to the regular season, Ryan and we will have a brotherly competition where we will be predicting every single game, and at the end of the year, we will see who is has the most football knowledge. So if you want to follow the competition, also week in and week out, want to see how we pick your team's overall performance, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, get notified when those videos come out. And Ryan, let's get into it here.
Let's do it.
This one was also pretty obvious as well, just because with everything happening, or the lack of maneuverability for the Vikings in the offseason. But their first-round pick, Jordan Addison, giving Justin Jefferson a running mate on the other side, especially with Adam Thielen moving on. This is going to be the one where he's going to have the most impact, I think, on the overall performance of all the rookies for the Minnesota Vikings, just because they weren't really able to improve overall from last year. Offensive line is still about the same. Defensive line actually got a little bit worse. You can make an argument with Dalvin Tomlinson and Zadarius Smith moving on. I think actually both to Cleveland. So with him, they're going to need to win shootouts. They're going to need to replace Adam Thielen's stats. Jordan Addison was the Blitnikoff Award winner in 2021. Had two really good college careers with two totally different systems with two totally different quarterbacks. So it does have that optimism of like he can come in. Kirk Cousins, one of the best QBs, I think one of the more underrated QBs in the league. He does fit really well into this offensive system because Justin Jefferson now, it's not as easy to just double team him.
Yeah.
So to say.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Addison, great 2021 year. And then I think you look at his USC tape, and he had, in my opinion, a better quarterback. I know Kenny Pickett is also a really good quarterback, but Caleb Williams is supposed to be the second coming of Patrick Mahomes coming out next year. And he had a slightly worse season. I will say he played fewer games and he didn't have as much time to build that connection with Caleb Williams. And he still looked really good in his routes, but they also were playing him more on the outside, where when he was really successful in 2021, he was playing really in the slot and he was getting a lot more targets a game. And so it is nice to see that he has that inside-outside flexibility, especially when you're playing with a guy like Justin Jefferson. They're going to be really creative with formations and kind of where they're putting him on the field. And so I'm excited to see what he can do in Minnesota. But
I think another thing, too, to build off of that, compared to their overall success, and this is just a theory I have, and I could be totally wrong on this. And so Kenny Pickett's not a pocket, like a pure pocket passer. Yeah, but he definitely, if there's a spectrum, he definitely leans more on the pure pocket passer side. Well, Caleb Williams is an improvisation, as you mentioned, Patrick Mahomes light, so to say, where he's going to be running around. And you need to have that connection with your receivers.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, if I roll out this way, I need you to cut over here. Like, this is where you're going to be open.
Yeah.
And I think then there's, on the flip side of that, there's also receivers that better fit both types of quarterbacks. And I think Jordan Addison is going to fit a pocket passer a little bit better, much more structure. Like, obviously, if the play breaks down, like
he gets open quickly.
Yeah.
Versus if a play breaks down, it's loose. And he isn't that big. He's 5'11", 175, I believe. And he doesn't use his physicality real well to catch point to win jump ball situations. And so some of that, I think, kind of played into his decrease in production at USC. But again, I think in Minnesota, he'll be utilized a ton. Mm-hmm. He's obviously going to be playing right away with the loss of Adam Thielen. And I think, I think he could possibly be the most productive rookie receiver, even though I think he was the last one taken. They were all taken like 20 through 23, but it was Quentin Johnston, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Well, flip
those. JSN, Quentin Johnston, Zay, and then Jordan Addison. So I really like it. I think he fits Kirk Cousins really well, and I'm excited to see what not Kevin Stefanski,
Kevin O'Connell.
What Kevin O'Connell can draw up with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison.
Yeah, no, and to be honest, too, then just on the overall outlook, that's going to have like they're going to have to win games that way. You know, they do have TJ Hawkinson as well. Skill position player wise, then I do then also like what Alexander Mattison also brings in the backfield. But their offensive line struggled a lot, and they are young, so hopefully that they keep improving just to protect Kirk Cousins because he got hit a lot. Defense is going to be a big question mark. They do have Brian Flores. So I have a feeling that they're going to be winning a lot of shootouts this year, or are going to have to win a lot of shootouts. Because last year I think we could submit. I think they got a little lucky in a lot of games that they came from behind and teams blew it, choked, certain like the right situation on that gave them opportunities to keep scoring and come back. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to have that same opportunity this year. They're going to have a little bit of a tougher schedule since they won the division. So it's going to be interesting to see, and they're going to need Jordan Addison to come in real quick and be like, all right, if you're going to double team Justin Jefferson, then I'm just going to hit Jordan Addison, and he's going to easily have 1,000 yards this season. So they're going to need him to be successful this year if they're going to want to repeat as NFC North champions. Yeah, no, I mean, I think Jordan Addison could definitely be that second option, but I think Minnesota might struggle a little bit more as a whole. Just they got lucky, I think, a little bit last year. This defense got even worse. So, let's go ahead and wrap up this episode here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below on who your favorite Vikings rookie is going to be to watch in 2023. And other than that, we will see you guys next time.